Thankfully, I live in a world full of choices. And one of the choices that I deliberately make all the time are frugal. Frugal choices I make on purpose to save money and or slash to live a better life. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Jan. Welcome to another episode on this channel, the Save Money and More with Jan channel. How you doing today? Hope that everybody's doing well. Yes, 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 yes. So one of the choices, going to jump right into it. One of the choices that I make on purpose to save money is I deliberately eat less meat. There are a myriad of reasons why I, on purpose, choose to eat less meat. Number one, it's expensive. It really, really is. And I'm not the type of person that likes to eat cheap quality meat. If I'm going to eat meat, I am going to eat meat. I can get it at a discount. I will grab it at a discount. So I just don't want things that I don't even know what's in the package. You see where I'm going with that? Like looks more like a science lab than something to put on a piece of bread or eat. You see where I'm going? It's just no, no. On purpose, I eat less meat. So that's just a deliberate choice that I make on purpose to live a better life and to save money. All right. So I get around it. I don't make meat the star of the show. I make maybe the vegetables or the salad or other sides the star of the show, where the meat is more like a condiment or a complement to the meal. Next, I make my own lunch. I don't spend tons of money on outside lunches. I just personally can't see that when it's so simple to buy lunch fixings in advance and just slap together a sandwich or heat up a bowl or a mug of soup or something else. But I refuse to spend tons of money on outside lunches. It really can add up. If you're eating lunch from outside every day, multiply the approximate price that you pay every day per how many days per week you're doing it. It really adds up. And then if you multiply that by 4 weeks out of the month, you will be shocked, amazed, and maybe upset that you've been spending that much money. But that's it. You don't have to worry about it. You could make a course correction and start packing your own lunch. All these things are doable. They're not undoable, they're doable. Next, I love to make do over meals. I don't care for the word leftover. And I think that a lot of people out there do not like that word as well. It just has some, I don't know, such a, I don't know, sloppy sound to it, in my honest opinion. Leftover. Oh, measly leftovers. No, 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 no. Recreate it in your mind's eye. It's a do over. You're creating something, which you really are, brand new from that remaining food. Hey, listen, somebody gave me an extra edge by having it already cooked, right? Perhaps I cooked it or someone else cooked it, but I get another meal out of it and I am a-okay about it. So why would I complain about that? That's kind of crazy in my honest opinion. Next, buy extra food that your family enjoys when it is on sale. If you see an item that your family absolutely enjoys to eat and you catch it on sale, yes, absolutely stock up and save. There is really no reason not to. So buy the extra food that the family loves when it is on sale. And that's a great moment, right? We love that. No complaining there. Next, cook in bulk. Now, for some reason or another, tell me, whenever anyone says it or if I say it or whatever, cook in bulk, does that scare you? Does the sound of those 3 words scare you? Cook in bulk. Yikes. No, 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 no. No, it shouldn't. It shouldn't. If you're going to, let's say, suppose your family eats a ton of hamburgers, for example. Like, well, Jen, what's that got to do with anything? I like hamburgers too. I like hand-packed hamburgers, the kind you make from your own hands. Yes, yes, yes. So what I like to do, I like to actually bake them. What? Yes, I make my patties and I bake them for about 20, 25 minutes at 350. And then when it's time to heat them up, all I have to do is either if I choose to, I don't have a microwave, but you could do this in the microwave, heat it up, or I could just toss it in the air fryer a couple of minutes. I'm just totally fine with that. So I might make a bunch of hamburgers for the next couple of weeks. Then I put them in the freezer. They're already pretty much done. Take one at a time down as needed, as per needed, and it's there. No fuss, no muss. This is a choice that I like to make, and I find that it's a really good choice. And by the way, you could also bulk up your hamburgers that you're making in advance with things like eggs, Parmesan cheese, and flavored breadcrumbs. It sort of, I don't know, it turns into like a mini flat meatloaf kind of burger, but it flavors it up and it makes it delish and it bulks it up as well. And that's okay. We don't mind ways to stretch the expensive monies that we're paying for these items, such as beef, for example. Next, save on utilities. Excuse me, on purpose. I try everything that I could to save on my utilities. As you know, I'm on the equal payment plan or level payment plan, depends on your area, whatever you call it there. And every week, no, excuse me, every year, I double check in June to make sure of the new number per next year, and so on and so forth. Usually, I get a credit back prior to it, which means that I was really, really careful throughout the year. And the only thing that I'm a little loosey goosey about is if it's terribly hot out, I will use my AC. I'm not going to say, oh, I'm not going to use it. No, it will get used. That's just the way it works. But anyway, for me, anyway. But the rest of the year, for everything else, I would say pretty careful. Turning off the lights, when not needed, and all this and all. You know the drill, all the stuff that typically that you've been hearing about. The next thing that I do as a frugal person, frugal choice that I make, I do not ever toss out fruit. I don't know why, but a lot of people maybe they just don't pay attention to their fresh fruit. Gotta be careful when you're buying fresh produce. Keep an eye on it. Maybe buy it when it's a little bit underripe to hang on to it a little longer. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Or if you're that type of person that really like very busy and you don't use your fresh fruit quickly, then you're better off with canned fruit or frozen fruit. That makes more of a ton of sense for your lifestyle. While idealistically, the whole world says fresh fruit. Yeah, okay, sounds great. But realistically, for each individual person, their lifestyle is different. If you're going to buy a ton of fresh fruit and it goes to the wayside or wasted, that's not good. Nobody likes that idea. And I'm certainly sure that you do not as well. But if I see my fruit starting to get iffy, I try to avoid the problem in the first place. But if I see my fruits starting to get iffy, right off the bat, I will freeze it. I will freeze it. They make for absolutely a great cold ingredient, especially when you want to make a nice, beautiful smoothie. And by the way, has anyone out there ever noticed how wonderful it is to have a smoothie that has a banana base to it? It just changes the whole texture, the whole complexity. So there are certain fruits, particularly, and you should never throw away bananas because they could always be used as a do over meal for the future or on purpose to make what you would call banana bread or banana muffins. Ever check out the prices of those big individual muffins out there today? Or blueberry muffins, et cetera, apple. Wow, 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 wow. Those prices of those big muffins, yes, guaranteed you could feed an army off of one of them, but they are expensive. When basically it's so simple to make a banana bread or an apple bread, so easy, blueberry. You can have it handy, you can have an easy breakfast. But the whole point is to not waste our fresh produce. That would be a doggone shame. We don't have to do that. These are some of the deliberate frugal choices that I make on purpose, because that's what deliberate means, on purpose, to save money and to live better. Because hey, after all, why not? All it takes is a little bit of ahead of time thoughtfulness. Thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate everybody's time. And I would also be really, really appreciative if you do the following, which is this: smash down the like button, consider subscribing and sharing this video